Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Republican Britain here in EU4. And we've just won a war against Spain, and we're in a good position, honestly. Somebody mentioned, actually, in the last episode that, like, hey, you know, why even play the campaign anymore? We're at the point where we've just basically, you know, surpassed anyone else in our, you know, relative league, so to speak. There's some truth to that. You know, we are the strongest country in the world right now. We have almost 2,000 development, not including our colonies, who make us 5 ducats a month. It's alright. I mean, like, we make 60 ducats a month from taxation, production, and trade, but, you know, 5 ducats a month from vassals and tariffs. It's okay, I guess. Let's see, we could probably stop improving relations with Trier. And then honestly, we're just kind of thinking about what we want to do, and we could attack Sweden, we could attack Mali. First though, I want to get Tech 23 admin so that we can get the reduced coring costs from it. And so we're just gonna let the game run, basically. We are nearing, you know, the end of the 17th century. Now, let's see. Let's see. Gain 1 base tax, gain 10 prestige. Well, we do need more prestige because, you know, we've been running out lately. Okay, Catalonian rebels, not surprising. We'll just take care of those real quick. Squish, squish, squish. Oh, Maryland is under attack. My goodness. Let's see, we have a colonist on the way here? Yes, we do. Very good. New Desmond is going to get very large indeed. The Dutch, probably going to let them keep growing their colonies because the HRE is a little bit of a pain. Now, somebody said, you know, oh, set your vassals' interests to certain areas and they'll fabricate claims. Well, I don't have the Cossacks, so kind of not something I can do. The pop-ups. Go away. Okay. And it's important to note that despite having 190,000 troops, we are still making 20 ducats a month, even though we have a +2 advisor as well. Speaking of which, do we want a higher level advisor? We could get a level 3 pretty easy. Although the level 2 might be more reasonable in terms of price. I think we'll do that. We'll get the natural scientist. How old is he anyway? He's 36, so he's fairly young. He'll probably help us out with our admin problem. Ooh, Maryland produces grain. Yeah! Yeah, grain. Alright, so by 1695 we'll be able to pick up the next tech, and in the meantime, we will continue to fabricate claims on Sweden and Mali, since those seem to be our best avenues of expansion. And Henry Benbow has died. Sad day. I think he was here in Africa, so let's go ahead and roll a new general. Why not? We get a 2512. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Let's see. What candidate do we have now anyway? We've got the military candidate. And we're not really behind on military tech, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to elect Guy Buckingham. What a great name. What a guy. Am I right? Let's see, truce with Caribas, Portugal, and all the things has ended. Mali has caught our spy network. We can fabricate 1 claim, though. So we'll do that on, like, Segu. Yeah, sounds good. I would love to core, like if you look at how many, like, territories we have, I would love to core some of this, but alas, alack, you know. Admin, my kingdom for some admin points. Oh, we get 100 more population thanks to native assimilation, which is quite nice. Lose stability or ducats? Well, we can always make more ducats. So, we'll just pay it, take a loan out. I could have waited a couple months, but there's a likelihood we might have lost stability anyway from waiting too long. Our colony has declared a colonial conquest war. Good job, New Desmond. Carrying on the spirit of conquest. How's our Liberty Desire looking, by the way? pretty low. We could pick up the next humanist idea, which is -2 national unrest, which is a really good idea. I think we're actually going to tax New Desmond, because it is 5% Liberty Desire, I think. Actually, no, it's apparently only 1% Liberty Desire, and that'll give us a little bit more income, which is quite nice. We're now making over 4.5 ducats a month from New Desmond, which is pretty great. Now, when does our truce with Spain expire? Let's see, Spain. 1704. So we had something like a 12-year truce or something like that. All right, so we're gonna get a ton of money out of doing this. Not to mention, lowering the admin costs of all the things we want to core. Now, I don't think we're gonna finish this campaign before Rights of Man comes out. I'll just come out and say that. But ooh, Sweden's getting annexed by Novgorod in what appears to be a reconquest war. Novgorod, Estonia, and Bremen just kicking the crap out of him. I don't even really know how Sweden... Well, is Sweden losing this? No, Sweden's winning. Okay, he just had like some of these smaller areas. Sorry, these provinces are so big, it's really hard to tell. And yeah, it's Sweden just obliterating in battles. Did he start the war? Yeah, Swedish conquest. Okay, never mind. Sweden's fine. Until we attack, anyway. And I just want to point out, the only mill groups we have at this point in the game are plutocratic and offensive. And, we don't have quality, we don't have quantity, we don't have defensive, and our military is still, like, decent enough. I would hesitate to call it good, but we just have so many troops now. I mean, it would be hilarious if I took quantity, and I'd probably be able to get up to like close to 300,000 troops, which would be just hilarious. But we're gonna start converting some provinces. We're gonna have, of course, some separatists that are unhappy with us trying to convert them. These things happen. We're gonna lose some stability from a offensive-based event. Sad times. We are not gaining any Diplo because our power projection dropped below 50, and we are annexing Trier. Austria is attacking the Palatinate, because Austria. And I mean, really, Austria is kind of our only threat in the world now, and we can't really do anything about Austria at the moment because they are protected by the Holy Roman Emperor, and that might be a war that would be more than we could chew. We're going to repay our loan. Get some money back. Alright, Maryland has become self-sustaining. Now, I could go colonize Australia, but we haven't explored it yet, and I'd have to go get an explorer, and I kind of don't care at this point, if I'm being honest. So we're going to send another colonist here to Potomac. And unfortunately, Oil Bucketland is very small at the moment because we can't really help them out. And pretty much all this land down here would go straight to New Desmond. So, what can you do? How is the New Netherlands looking? They're at 30% Liberty Desire, so they're getting pretty close. Merchant suffering. We'll lose 10 trade power, or 10 Diplo points. Not really a big loss. And of course, the AI is going to continually sabotage our reputation because reasons. Very unfortunate, but not really much we can do about that. My house is getting worked on today, so there might be some background noise. I apologize. All right, we can start building our spy network again in Mali. I haven't played in man, it's probably been like a week since I played this campaign. You get a backlog up, and considering like how slowly my stuff uploads, it's like you just forget. But I mean, hey, we're in a really good position here. This campaign is drawing to a close. I don't imagine that we're going to get to the end of the game by the time Rights of Man comes out, but that's okay because we've basically won. We're going to hit a small stack of rebels here, take care of those, only lose 2,000 troops. But we'll keep playing it until Rights of Man actually comes out, and then I'll make a recap of my thoughts on this campaign and how I felt it went. Military access from Milan, sure. Go ahead. Let's see. We could pick up more caravan power, which gets us really close to the manpower recovery speed from plutocratic and the technology cost, which, all in all, is pretty nice. I think we'll pick those up. And we'll probably finish plutocratic before we pick up the next military tech. Alright, we do finally get some Malian separatists here. And unfortunately, they are going to win that siege just because, you know, rebels. We'll get 10 more prestige from a colonial event. Alright, Blue Ridge has become self-sustaining. Very nice. And we're going to try to cut off the Dutch from expanding northward, I think. Having kind of a north-south thing going on here with the colonies. What an interesting Europe. Ottomans are about what you would this is about what the Ottomans get to on average. Rappahannock has become a self-sustaining colony, which means that we'll just keep on moving in. Get our colonists back. And keep helping New Desmond grow. Let's see. Let's look at any good policies we can pick up at the moment. We could get better income from vassals, reduce diplomatic annexation cost, which would have been helpful, except that we've already mostly annexed Trier, so... plus it costs administrative points, so it's not really, you know, all that great. I would love to get one of these diplomatic ones, but we need to finish plutocratic or humanist first. Unfortunately. I like this one. Colonial range and global settler increase for the price of Diplo would be... I like that one. I think we'll be picking that up once we get to it. Our manpower is almost full, so we could probably go to war if we wanted to. But the question then becomes, you know, against who? And he'll go to war against Sweden. Let's see if we can find our fleet. We do have some more trade ships here that we will send to the English Channel. Start trading. I believe, yeah, they're already trading. And the fleet is... Didn't our fleet get sunk? You know, I just can't remember. Or maybe it's over here. Yeah, there's the fleet. The Royal Navy. It's hiding. Doesn't want to go to war. Anyway, we'll get the Royal Navy over. I guess we'll lose 2 prestige to get a Republican tradition. That's pretty good. Alright, we'll keep converting provinces. We could become defender of the Protestant faith, but then we'd have to fight all those wars in Germany, and I'm just not really about that, you know? Alright, so we're going to get 51 admin point. We are going to re-elect, you know, Guy the Guy. What a guy, Buckingham. We'll get 50 mil points out of that, which is pretty nice, and all of his scores go up by 1. Although, I should have looked at his age before I did that. Yeah, he's 57, so we may have just lost a bunch of Republican tradition for virtually nothing, which kind of sucks. But we'll move the fleet back with the new influx of troops. And then we'll gear up to attack Sweden here. General John Hastings has died. We will recruit yet another general. And what a terrible general. 322. You know, I don't really want to re-roll, but I mean that was with 40 tradition. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Sweden, of course, the same military tech. He does have defensive and offensive ideas, though offensive isn't complete. Not really any other military ideas, though, so not really much to worry about. His 20% infantry combat is nasty, but I mean, we're going to outnumber him by so much that it doesn't really matter. And we will go ahead and pick up the next humanist idea, get -2 national unrest, which is a fantastic idea. From that idea group, one of the best ones, and it's just a very simple bonus too. Army of Desmond is taking attrition in this province because Spain is walking through for whatever reason. Tuscany is attacking Spain. So Tuscany dragged in Austria, and now they're all fighting. Well, actually, Milan allied Spain, and then Tuscany attacked Milan. Okay, I was really hoping it was against Spain, just because, but. You know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Alright, let's look, still just waiting for the fleet to finally drop those troops off. And we'll be looking to expand on our next episode. Sweden has allied Tver. Let's look at their militaries. Let's see what we're up against here. Alright, Tver has 42k. Sweden has a whopping... Sweden has 12k troops. Okay then. What kind of ideas does Tver have? First of all, he's 2 techs behind us, and he's got quality and 2 ranks of offensive. And he does not have innovative, so he's not going to have the modern arms policy, which even if he did, it wouldn't really matter because we're 2 techs ahead. So, at any rate, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, my fellow Britishmen, and I'll see you on the next one.